Today's video is going to be very violent, because you'll see the way the big TV man threw Buzzsaw Toilet into eternal suffering. In the last video, we revealed Jeffrey's secret and speculated what the new improvements to Titan Speakerman 3.0 will look like. And in today's video, we get to see it all live. I've also compiled all the official information about episode 79 for you. Online Dafuk Boom has already shared with us what will be in episode 79 and what the episode will consist of. We will be shown a new format, and the episode itself will not have a part. On top of that, today we will have to figure out how the Armada will get out of being surrounded by Astro toilets, because as we remember in episode 78, they were completely surrounded by toilets. That and much more in this video. Don't forget to like it, and we're off to a good start. If we talk about episode 79, we have already discussed with you in previous videos that the return of Titan Speakerman is very close to the truth because Dafuk Boom originally planned it that way so that Titan would appear separately from the Armada. Agree that it would be illogical to show Titan among the Speakerman Armada. Titan would just disappear among so many powerful fighters, especially as a Speakerman executor. One of the rookie animators named Indogris SFM made a very realistic storyline for episode 79. As we can see, this is a direct continuation of episode 78, because as we remember, 78 episode ended with the fact that the Armada Speakerman surrounded by a large number of Astro toilets, and at the very end appeared a huge Astro toilet. It's not strange, because logically, if a huge character appears, he should in most cases be confronted by a similarly large character. I think he will be fought by a similarly large character. I won't say it will be a Titan Speakerman, nor will I deny such a theory. In the same animation, an armada of Speakermen prepared to meet these Astro toilets with dignity. One of the toilets shoots at the armada, but then the executor activates his defense and completely blocks this shot. At this time, the rest of the Speakerman began to counterattack, and the Speakstriders joined this attack as well. One of them even managed to single-handedly destroy one of the Astro toilets. The Speaker Strider flies up to this stunned Astro toilet, and when it sees the spider, it immediately gets a powerful shot. At this point, another squad of Speaker Striders activates, and now the Astro toilets are dealt a more devastating blow. When all the Astro toilets have been destroyed, there is only one toilet left on the battlefield, and that is this huge Astro toilet. He takes aim at the Armada and fires his cannon at the Speakermen. The agents dodge the shots, but the Astro toilet keeps aiming at the Speakerman. At the very last moment, the executor manages to activate his shield, but unfortunately this time the force of the shot is too strong, and the Speakerman's defense simply breaks and he flies backwards. Next, this toilet tries to eliminate Speaker Strider, but it does not succeed. Astro Toilet catches him and destroys him. Executor gets up from the ground and is ready to fight further. The other Strider continues to attack the Astro Toilet, and without wasting an opportunity, the Executor attacks the toilet, jumping on its shoulder and already in close combat tries to destroy it. But as it turns out, even so, this toilet is too strong. That's why the improved Speakerman Titan comes to his aid. Astro Toilet shoots at him with all his laser cannons, but Titan at the right moment activates his defense, and at the same time shoots at Astro Toilet with the most powerful cannon Astro Juggernaut. As you can see, it only took one powerful shot to get rid of that big Astro Toilet. This is how the storyline of episode 79 is presented by the animator Indogris SFM. But what about the Skibidi scientists? For some reason I didn't notice that in the analysis, or didn't pay proper attention to it. Did you notice that now the chief scientist of Skibidi toilets, i.e. Kleiner, now has an assistant, or rather a Skibidi female scientist? In addition to her, there were also a few other scientists, but weaker because they were small, respectively less developed. You say, what made me think they were scientists? Simple, they were wearing glasses. And at this point in the series, all the scientists were wearing glasses, and in general, they were working with Kleiner on improvements to the hybrid toilet. As well as in this laboratory, there was a cameraman scientist. And by the way, if you noticed, now Kleiner became completely similar to Skibidi scientist, because he even copied his tentacles, and if the Skibidi scientist were red in color, he has yellow. As we have already learned, the destruction of this base was not the first and only time of the Astro Duchess. If we look carefully at the record of the other cameramen, we will see that the Astro Duchess has destroyed many bases of the Alliance, and as we can see, the loss is colossal. For example, here is a recording of one of the cameramen. As we can see, after destroying the first base, she smiled slightly at the cameraman to heat up her laser eyes and finish off the cameraman. In this footage, the Astro Hunter kills the cameraman before scaring the agent to death. On the next recording, we see that Cameraman was destroyed by a regular Astro toilet, and this record is familiar to us, a fragment of the destruction of Cameraman we saw in Season 25 Skibidi Toilet, when the entire squad Cameraman was destroyed and survived only this operator, but it was not long. Later, he was finished by a large Astro toilet, which was shown on this record. In this fragment, we see that the cameramen were destroyed by the Astro Spider. Here, we see again Astro Hunter. He held something in his hand. I assume it is some part of Cameraman, because after a few seconds, the cameraman recording is interrupted without any shot. In the last shot, we see two cameramen saying goodbye to each other as they too were attacked by the Astro toilets. What about episode 79? What's going to happen there? If you've watched the previous videos, you know that Dafuk Boom said a long time ago what he plans to do in episode 79. I got on the internet and tried to find for you what Dafuk Boom was talking about. It was a long time ago, about half a year ago, but I still managed to find it, and if I missed something, you'll clue me in the comments. By the way, why is everyone sure there will be a 79 episode and not the second part of the 78? Probably because some people have already seen this Dafuk Boom post. Mr. Boom wrote it to Streamer Steak during his stream. It turns out that we are right, and we should expect not the second part of 78 but 79 episode, and moreover, 79 episode will not have a part either. So after 79 episode, we should expect 80 episode right away. In the following screenshot, Dafuk Boom was asked about what will happen in episode 79. To this, Dafuk Boom replied that viewers will see some kind of reveal in this episode, but what exactly will be there, Mr. Boom did not say. More specifically, the Dafuk Boom said that viewers of this episode will get some sort of ability. What does that mean? Write your opinion in the comments. Personally, I think that there will 100% be some character reveal. And by the word that the viewers will get an ability, I assume two options. The first option, either this episode will be in 3D, which is hard to believe, or 360 degrees. Who doesn't know? On YouTube's both options are possible. It turns out that the 79th episode is very important for Dafuk because there could be a character reveal or a storyline reveal. You can expect anything in episode 79 because this episode is very important for Skibidi Toilet storyline. In the following screenshot, one of the users wanted to know more details from Dafuk Boom's previous answer. He asked, "What did you mean by the word viewers will get the ability?" To which Dafuk said, "They will realize something important." As we can see, Dafuk Boom again emphasized that in episode 79, there will be something very important that the viewers need to understand. If, of course, by the word they, Dafuk Boom meant us, the viewers. There are two more screenshots where Dafuk shares more information, but we will talk about that later. But now I want to show you another plausible storyline of episode 79. After that, I will tell you what 100% will be in episode 79. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the big TV man left Buzzsaw Toilet in a teleportation void? Another talented animator under the nickname Block SDH showed a very realistic animation featuring a moment with Jeffrey. The graphics of the animation were on a high level, almost the same as the original episode. The animation starts with TV Man saying something to the hybrid toilet. Then once TV Man starts teleporting, the toilet says, "Be careful with my glasses, they're my favorite, bro." TV Man replies,
"I'm not your bro."
Then the toilet asks, "What's your problem?" At which time Cameraman starts aiming at the toilet. After seeing this, the hybrid says, "Oh, I see what the problem is though. I'm not going to let you kill me so easily." Buzzsaw Toilet activates his saw and resists, but it fails as TV Man has activated hypnosis and mind control mode. TV Man says,
"You really think you had control? The depths of this darkness are incalculable, but now that you're here, you can help us. We'll be back later."
Skibidi can't imagine being left in this space. He gets angry and says, "Pieces of junk, how dare you leave me here?" Further, the toilet gives himself hope that they will come back for him. Suddenly, the same Jeffrey, who has been in this dimension for so long, appears in front of the toilet. and that's where the animation ends. The animator showed a 1-minute teaser of this moment. In the future, we will see the full fan-made. Well, in the penultimate screenshot, Dafuk Boom was asked, "What did the Astro UFO and fake G-Man talk about in episode 60?" To which Dafuk replied that, in episode 70, something will be revealed that reveals a lot of information, i.e., Dafuk Boom hinted that in episode 79, we might be able to find out what the toilets were talking about. And by something, it could be anything, and not just the conversation from episode 60. Well, in the last leaked screenshot, you can see when episode 79 will be released. Yes, I agree that the answer is not detailed, but it's better than nothing. In my opinion, the new episode will be out as early as next week. And if you don't want to miss the news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm Super Cameraman. Bye, everyone.